Hello, hello, hello. How are you? This is Els coming from Beamer's Crafty Corner. And today I had some stuff on my desk I was just kind of working through. And basically, it's ephemera that you can make even if you don't have, all the stuff. So they're just simple pockets made out of book pages. But we're going to go ahead and do some of these today. And I'm going to show you a couple of quick tricks. If you don't have, regular supplies that you can use to do this. So I'll be right back. All right, so we are going to be making basically like two different pockets and then turning one into an envelope. So this is the first pocket we're going to be doing, which is just a nice, tall, deep, wide pocket. And then we're going to be doing this one, which is just, a little glue down pocket. And if you fold the top piece down, you end up with an envelope. And the way that we do this, if you'll notice, everything is going in the right direction. And if I fold down the top, that's in the right direction as well. So I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to make this one first, and then we're going to make an envelope, and then we'll work on this one. Okay? So, a couple of different books that I have. One is this one. And so I'm just going to grab a couple of pages out of here. And I have this one as well, which is the same series, but these are just, look at that, So we're just going to grab a couple of pages out of here. We're going to be doing a pocket with that. And this is just like one of those, this isn't really a paperback. It's like a soft cover. So we're going to grab a couple of pages of this as well. Okay. And this is kind of my go-to book for pockets and things. So we're going to grab all of these, and I'll be back in just a second. We're going to get started putting this together. I'll be right back. So let's get started. We're going to take our pages, and we're going to separate them. Then we're going to take this one and flip it over. Okay? And we're going to glue these two together. So one upside down, one right side up. And I like stick glue for this. Now you can use any adhesive you have. Just mush it around. Okay? Alright, glue. We're going to put the two together. We're not turning this right side up. We want one upside down and then one right side up. Okay? Alright, now I'm going to let that dry. And while that one's drying, I'm going to go ahead and prep this one right here. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to put some glue on it. And then move the page over. I'm going to line it up on two sides. And by doing that, I make sure that the whole thing lines up. Okay, so now that one, is also drying. It's a little crooked. Let me pull that open and redo it. It's the one nice thing about stick glue. You have a couple of seconds. close enough. It's at least straight. Okay, I'm gonna let that one dry. And we might as well go ahead and glue this one at the same time. Now this one, it doesn't matter. We don't have to, you know, change the pages of this at all. We can keep the pages just the way they are because this one's going to be in a different direction. So let's go ahead and put some glue on. And I kind of like that jagged edge on it, so I'm going to leave that on for this one. Now I could take off like tops and bottoms of the page, and I can do that at any point. So right now I'm just going to glue them together. So this is kind of your base. Just glue pages together. 2 pages, that's it. Let them dry. As soon as these are dry, I'll be back and we'll move on to the next part. I'll be right back. Okay, so this one I want to make the envelope, and this one I'm going to make a tall pocket out of. So let's start with this, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this because I want it to be a little bit narrower. Okay, and then I'm just going to check my size, fold this up just like that, and then I can use my scissors. If I don't have a bone folder, use my scissors to just press that down. Okay, now I want to round some corners, but I don't have a corner rounder. You can use a roll of tape, you can use your glue stick, whatever it is you've got, and just put it on here. And what you want to do is you want to line it, the sides of it, up with the corners. And I'm going to use a dark marker so you guys can see this. And I'm just going to kind of draw my corners. And then I can use my scissors and just kind of cut around that. And you can use anything you have to do this. It doesn't have to be, you know, a roll of tape. It can be your stick glue, you know, the bottom of your wet glue. Whatever you want. Just put a small circle around it. Maybe a quarter, a nickel, a dime. Okay, whatever it is you have. All right? And then we're going to go ahead and glue this down. But if we want to have a finger pull in here, again, you can take a roll of tape, put it where you want your finger knot to be, and draw your line. And I'm going to use the pencil just because it'll be easier for me to do. Okay, I'm just going to put that on there. I'm going to draw my line. And then I can just cut this out with my scissors. Is it going to be perfect? No. Is it going to be okay? Yeah. Okay. And then just erase whatever, you know, pencil is still there. Now glue that down. Do you have to have fancy glue? Nope. Use whatever glue you have, okay? There we go. So that's the first one. Now, let's say I want to do this and I want to turn it into an envelope. Okay, so I'm going to take my smaller one. Again, I'm going to trim the side down just a little bit, just to get rid of that mess. You can use your scissors for that if you want to. Take a little bit off of this side. I'm going to take nothing off the top and the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to bring this up to where I want it. Use the handle of my scissors, a butter knife, whatever. Okay, I can even use a roll of washi tape if I want. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to take that over, and this one we're going to make into an envelope, so I'm going to fold the top down. Once I have it, you know, where I need it, again, if I want to round the corners, I can use, you know, whatever I need to round the corners. Okay, so now I want to make this into my envelope. Again, I'm going to use a roll of tape, put it on, use a pencil to trace it. And then trim that out. And then just erase any that's still there. Now, you really can't see that, and you want to be able to see it. So that is where you can get out some markers. And we use the blue because it shows it really well. Okay? And what you're going to do is just take this and put it on a piece of paper and just kind of trace around the edges. Just onto the edge. Okay? This does not have to be neat. I also want to do this edge down here because that is, you know, and then I'm going to do the inside here. And the outside here. And then, of course, my fold. I missed a little spot right there, so I'm just going to come back and hit it. Looks pretty good. That's a Dollar Tree marker, okay? Then we're going to glue this shut. And again, just push in a little bit on the sides. And that just puffs this up a little bit, helps it stand out. And then your top comes down and you've got a little envelope. So that's 2 of the 3. I'll be back in just a minute. We're going to do the last one. Okay, so this is our last pocket. And we're kind of leaving that jagged, pulled edge at the top. But I'm going to show you how to cut this down because I don't, you know, if I don't want it to be this wide, I can cut this down a little bit. So I'm going to take off the bottom and the top. Okay. And maybe I don't want it so deep. But I like the torn edge. Okay, so now I have my torn edge, I have my 2 sides. And all I'm going to do is fold in one. I'm going to line it up at the bottom. Use your bone folder, your scissors, your roll of tape, whatever you have, to put a nice, crisp crease in there. And then you're going to bring the other side over, and what you want to do is you want to leave about 1/4 of an inch here where this lays over. Alright, here we go. And then we're going to glue this shut. So, we're going to put a little bit of glue here at the bottom. And then up this edge right here. All right. And then a little bit of glue on the other side and some glue at the top, on top of it. All right. So glue that down with the glue facing towards you, and then bring this one over. Okay. Now, if you don't have, the things you need, that is a gift card. Okay? Makes a perfect bone folder. So now I have my thing. Okay, this one's a little high, so I'm going to get rid of that. Let me just peel that off. There we go. So now I have my big pocket. This is a nice size one. This one's about 3.5 inches wide, and it is about 5.5 inches tall, which is a pretty decent sized pocket. But I want to do a little decorating. Okay? So I'm going to be back in just a minute. I'm going to grab some scraps of stuff, and I'll be back, and we'll go ahead and decorate. I'll be right back. All right, so we're going to do a little bit of decorating. Okay? And we have these, which we made a while back in one of our craft with me's. And this is just a set of free labels that you can, print out for yourself. And you can cut them up, stamp them, ink them, put whatever you want on them, and then, cut them apart. And I have, cut most of them out. So we're just going to cut this one out. All we're going to do is fussy cut. We're just going to follow the line. Turn the piece, not the scissors. Okay? Okay. So I got that out. This is also from, that was part of that. And then this is a free piece that I had as well. From another free page, and I just ran it through a Xyron, which just basically turns it into a giant sticker. And this one actually didn't work very well. So I'm going to redo it. Okay, and so now I need to press this down. So again, let's just get my card out. Press that down. And you don't have to have this. You can use glue or tape or whatever it is that you want to use. I just, for me, making the video, it works faster. That's pretty much it. Okay. So I've got a couple of pieces here. I'm not going to use those. And I have some Dollar Tree stickers. These are metallic stickers from the Dollar Tree. Nothing fancy. So we're going to glue this down. Now if I want to go around the edge of this, again, I'm just going to get out my paper and my marker, and I'm just going to go around the edge. And you can use whatever color you want. Black is very popular. And I have to say, if I were going to tell you that you could only buy 2 inks, this is what I would tell you. Black and something brown. Okay? Black and something brown. Do you need to buy expensive inks? No, you do not. There's just no need for it. Okay? If you want to treat yourself, and buy, you know, an expensive ink because you really feel that you need to have it, then you buy that. But do you need to? No, it's not really required. The expensive inks are not required. If you're working just for yourself, you don't need to use expensive ink. I would say that the things you want the most are probably going to be a black and a brown, a basic set of alcohol markers, and some inexpensive stickers. Alright, let's see. Now, here's what I can tell you about stickers. Always put glue on them. Why? Because they have adhesive, but that adhesive may not stick. And let's see. I don't really want that border. I want this part. I did not want to come up. Alright, so put some adhesive on there. Okay, doesn't have to be a lot. And it can be anything that you want. It could all be flat, okay? Alright, let's get this stuff out of the way. I'll be right back. Okay, so here we have our pieces. We have our original pocket that you can put anything you need to in, glue that down. If you want to glue it on 3 sides, you can have a pocket here or a pocket here, and then have the pocket that's on there, so it's going to give you double the function. Then we have our little envelope. Again, you can glue this down just the back and have your flap if you want. You can glue it on 3 sides and have a tag go in here or a pocket behind it, either one. And then we have our little postal, you know, book page here. Nice big roomy pocket, very tall. You can make a bunch of these in advance and treat them as make-aheads. So you make this pocket and then put it in your stash, and then say you only want a pocket that's this big. Just tear it in half, and that's the pocket you have, okay? So that's it. That's our 3 pockets for today. That's it. Well, 2 pockets and an envelope. Yeah. All right, so that's it. So if you are new to the channel, thank you so much for tuning in. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button for me. It doesn't hurt. I promise it will not zap you. If you've been here for a while, thank you for coming back. Check out my community tab. Tells you everything that I have going on, what's coming up, all that kind of good stuff. And you can go over to my Facebook group and see what we got going over there. And check out my Ko-Fi and my Patreon if you're so inclined. Until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.